also been such a game changer in so many ways this time. We have never seen an outpouring of support for Palestine around the world like we have during the latest bombardment and dispossession for Palestinians in Sheikh Jarrah, in Gaza, in Lids. And I really want to say I appreciate all of you coming out today. I want to introduce our first speakers from Palestinian Youth Movement, and I'm going to hand off the mic to her.
Right. So I'm here with the Palestinian Youth Movement. I hope that you all know us by now since you've come out a few times. We're an independent grassroots movement of Palestinian youth struggling for the liberation of our people and our land. It is difficult to speak. It is difficult to repeat, to be asked our opinion, to be dehumanized and killed and lynched and beaten and silenced. They are counting on our defeat, on our exhaustion, to go back to our daily lives, but they forget that we are Palestinian, how our daily lives don't matter when liberation is near. And my friends, liberation is near. We have seen Palestinians from all of Palestine over the past few weeks unite, struggling together as one from Jerusalem, Gaza, Nablus, Jenin, Haifa, and Al-Lud. Today, the day of the general strike, the streets of Palestine are empty of cars and shoppers and passerbys. But it is the skies that are filled with the chants of our people as they reclaim their rightful place on the land. The Palestinian land, our land. The general strike today reminds me of a story written by a Palestinian novelist called Ibtisam Barakat, The Book of Disappearance. How one day, she writes, Palestinians disappear from Palestine. The construction workers who form half of the industry disappear. The pharmacists who form half of the industry disappear. The doctors and nurses who carry the labor in hospitals disappear. The bus and taxi drivers who carry the industry disappear. And how everybody over there freaks out, where did the Palestinians go? We see that in the book, and today we see a glimpse of it in Palestine when they unite. The streets were empty, the chants were loud, and I hope that they continue with our support until liberation comes. Here in North America, the framing of who we are is unjust. We were thousands in the streets in DC. You were there. We were thousands in the streets in DC. And a local DC channel, NBC News 4, had the nerve to be filming next to us when we marched on Saturday and choose to air a story about summer outings rather than our loud voices. Shame! Shame! The media has continued to frame us as violent. I'm sure you've seen interviews on CNN and other outlets with renowned Palestinian voices, and the first question they always ask us, the very first question, do you support the violence? Do you support the violence? What do you think about the violence? Tell me about the violence. There's disregard for us as human beings, our families. My family was bombed 2 days ago. The apartment is shattered. It's in rubble right now on Saturday. Thank God they ran out on time.
Israel kills babies.
They kill babies, exactly. And we're here to tell them.
Molotovs at them.
We're here to tell them that we are not violent. Ibrahim al-Masri, who was 11 years old and was killed in the middle of the street, is not violent. Lina Isa, who was 14 years old, is not violent. Muhammad al-Attar, who was 1 year old, was not violent. Those are just 3 names out of more than 60 Palestinian children who were killed.
Allah yarhamhum.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Joe Biden is a Zionist.
We are a free people showing an idle world how Palestinians reclaim their freedom. In the streets, striking, chanting, documenting, protecting. And we know that the liberation of our people cannot happen without the liberation of everyone around the world, including people in America.
moment to bring up why we're all out here today. So 48 hours ago, Palestinian civil society released a call asking that we go on a general strike today. This is a very historic moment. It's the first time since the formation of the Palestinian Authority that we've had every union, university, and political party in Palestine on board with a general strike today. We are standing here today among millions worldwide. Berlin, Paris, Jordan, Lebanon, everybody is coming out. So just our numbers are ones of millions, and that is such a beautiful thing. I'm gonna pass the mic off to
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Let's make sure they hear us inside. Free, free Palestine!
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 From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Netanyahu, you will see!
Netanyahu, you will see!
Netanyahu, you will see!
Netanyahu, you will see!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Gaza!
End the siege on Gaza now!
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 Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry!
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 Palestine will never die!
Palestine will never die!
Palestine will never die!
Palestine will never die!
Save, save Sheikh Jarrah!
Save, save Sheikh Jarrah!
Save, save Sheikh Jarrah!
Save, save Sheikh Jarrah!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Settler, settler, go back home!
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 Sheikh Jarrah is ours alone!
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 Settler, settler, go back home!
Settler, settler, go back home!
Jerusalem is ours alone!
Jerusalem is ours alone!
Jerusalem is ours alone!
Jerusalem is ours alone!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
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 No more money for Israel's crime!
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 Not another nickel, not another dime!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
No more money for Israel's crimes!
No more money for Israel's crime!
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more!
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state!
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 Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
End the occupation now!
End the occupation now!
End the occupation now!
End the occupation now!
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Gaza!
Long live Gaza!
Long live Gaza!
End the siege on Gaza now!
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 Ho ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho!
The occupation's got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho!
The occupation's got to go, hey hey! Ho ho! The occupation's got to go.
Ho ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey
From the river to the sea,
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea,
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
End the occupation now.
End the occupation now.
End the occupation now.
End the occupation now.
Hey hey! Ho ho! Israel has got to go. Hey hey! Ho ho! Israel has got to go. Hey hey! Ho ho! Israel has got to go. Hey hey! Ho ho! Israel has got to go. Hey hey! Ho ho! Israel has got to go. Hey hey! Ho ho! Israel has got to go. Hey hey! What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. Free Palestine.
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 Free.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
Free Gaza!
Free Gaza.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
Free Gaza!
Free Gaza.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
Free Gaza!
Free Gaza.
Free Sheikh Jarrah!
Free Sheikh Jarrah.
Free Sheikh Jarrah!
Free Sheikh Jarrah.
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea!
From the river.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 no justice,
No peace.
no justice,
No peace.
no justice,
No peace.
free Palestine,
Free Palestine.
free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
End the siege on Gaza now!
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 Everybody, got Omar here. He's from Gaza by way of Cleveland. I want to give the mic to him a moment, let him speak his truth.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
As you can hear, I lost my voice. We had a protest in Cleveland Sunday. I lost my voice. I screamed my heart out, and I just wanted to come out here. I came all the way from Cleveland at 4:30 in the morning after working a shift at the hospital, because I thought I could get more exposure here with you guys. Our Palestinian people have been oppressed for long enough. They deserve a lifestyle like they deserve it. They deserve to be able to have enough water. They deserve to have enough food. They deserve that their children shouldn't grow up as orphans. I'm sorry, it rushes into my heart. The Palestinian people don't deserve what's happening to them.
All right, it's the address that you posted on.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
I lived among the Gaza people for 2 years. I saw how they lived. 3 days ago, Dar al-Kolak in Gaza, 22 of their family members passed away. Allah yarhamhum.
Murder!
Murder, that's right. They were killed with a missile. And Israel likes to make it out to be that they're the victims. But are they the victims, guys?
No!
They are not the victims. Every single missile they drop on the Palestinian people is very calculated. They know exactly where they're sending it. Back in 2018, when the Palestinian people decided they want to go back and they wanted to take their homes, what did the people of Israel do? What did the IDF soldiers do? They picked them off with snipers, little children. Hundreds of people died. This isn't just beginning a week ago. What happened in Sheikh Jarrah, yes, it's a tragedy, but it's been going on. And I'm so happy that what happened with Sheikh Jarrah ignited all of you to come out here. All of you to come out and support the people of Palestine. They deserve so much better. And if any politician in America sees this, the 25 politicians that signed the letter to Secretary Blinken, thank you so much for standing by the Palestinian people. Lord knows we didn't even have one person to stand by us 10 years ago. And now we have 25. And Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! And to just let you know, all the politicians that still stand with Israel, the oppressors, the killers, the terrorists, the occupiers, your day is coming. You will be voted out. Yes. We have the power. We have the power. We will vote you out. Ted Cruz, the goofball that abandoned his people when they were dying in a snowstorm, and he went to Mexico. But yet he wants to go and help Israel in their time of need. Yet there's 250 Palestinian people dead, including 60 plus children. And yet there's 10 Israeli people dead.
That's just in 1 week.
That's just in 1 week. Back in the 48, Nakba, better known as the catastrophe, better known as the Nakba, in 1948. 750,000 Palestinian refugees displaced. And 13,000 people who refused to leave their homes, killed, slaughtered. We can't accept this. We can't accept this. America can't have allies that do this. America must end their alliance with Israel. It's a terrorist state. It's a terrorist state. America must end its alliance with Israel. End it now! 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 Come on, end it now! I didn't get patted down by TSA coming over here for y'all to not be loud. They patted me head to toe. Be louder! End it now! 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 End it now!
lights are blocking access from Van Ness, so some folks may be hella delayed, and that's not cool, y'all, because you stop blocking our shit. Also, we do need 8 volunteers to help with part of this event. If you are a volunteer and you're willing to help, ideally Palestinian, if you could just come over here real quick. We won't need you for another 20 minutes or so, but it'd be helpful to have you over here. Nothing's bad's gonna happen to you. You're fine, I promise. Those are all my notes, but yeah, also once again, to the cops, I would like to reiterate to open up Van Ness. There's no reason to close that down. Free Palestine!
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 End the siege on Gaza now!
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 Let's make sure they hear inside why we're here. Chant with me. Gaza! 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 Gaza!
Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza! Gaza!
End the siege on Gaza now!
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 Gaza! Gaza! Don't you cry!
Gaza! Gaza! Don't you cry!
Palestine will never die!
Palestine will never die!
Gaza! Gaza! Don't you fear!
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 Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
End the siege on Gaza now!
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 End the occupation now!
End the occupation now!
End the occupation now!
End the occupation now!
Netanyahu, you will see!
Netanyahu, you will see!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Biden, you will see!
Biden, you will see!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
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 No more money for Israel's crimes!
No more money for Israel's crime!
No more money for Israel's crime!
No more money for Israel's crime!
Everyone in the back, I want you to come in closer.
strikes over their heads, I want you to say this with every conviction. Palestine will be free!
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 Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go!
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The occupation's got to go!
Free, free Palestine!
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 Give yourselves a clap. Good job. That was loud.
All right, so let's just take a second to appreciate you. Like, that was fire. Next up. Woo! We've got Tahir here from American Muslims for Palestine. I'm going to take it away.
Tahir! Yay! Tahir!
I want everybody to do me a favor right now. Hold your signs up, hold your flags up. That's right, let them see it right here. This is the Zionist embassy in the most powerful country in the world. This is their headquarters right here, ladies and gentlemen. This ain't no joke. We're not here for a picnic. I want you to now say it after me. Netanyahu, you can't hide.
Netanyahu, you can't hide!
We charge you with genocide.
We charge you with genocide!
I said Netanyahu, you can't hide.
Netanyahu, you can't hide!
We charge you with genocide.
We charge you with genocide!
We charge you with genocide.
We charge you with genocide!
That's right. That's right. Because the International Criminal Court, when the time comes, will be a mercy for these people. Because when the Palestinian people get their way, there will be no return for the state of Israel. Ladies and gentlemen, in the summer of 2009, I went on a journey with a group of Americans on a humanitarian aid convoy to Gaza. This was after Operation Cast Lead, if you all remember, one of many wars that Israel has inflicted upon the people of Gaza. In that summer, in July, we were driving through the Sinai Peninsula with whatever aid we could muster after dealing with obnoxious and obstructive Egyptian authorities who are colluding with the occupation. We finally made it after a 2-week journey, and after having to visit the American Embassy in Cairo to sign our rights away. I kid you not, the American Embassy required us as Americans to go to the embassy, pay a fee, and sign a document that once we entered Gaza, the US was no longer responsible for us, believe it or not. But see, we signed that paper willingly because we had nothing to fear in Gaza. We were going to our people. We entered Gaza in the middle of the night after the Egyptians blocked us from entering during the day and being received by the thousands of people who were willing to receive us. We entered Gaza in the middle of the night, and I kid you not, Americans from all walks of life, white, black, Jewish, Muslim, Christian, all knelt down to the ground and made sujood. All knelt down to the ground and said one thing, the same thing this guy said right here, Allahu Akbar. Everybody said Allahu Akbar. People didn't know what it meant, but they said it. Because that feeling was mutual. We entered Gaza. The Egyptian authorities gave us 24 hours. That's it. They said, you enter and you leave. We came in, we brought whatever we could, and we met with a man who had been taken from underneath the rubble. His entire family was killed. His wife, his daughters, his in-laws, everybody was killed. He was the last surviving member of his family in one of the most vicious attacks in Gaza in 2008, 2009, in Operation Cast Lead, and he met us with a smile. And he said, you know, I appreciate you guys coming all the way from America to provide much needed relief and aid, but he said, I just have to be real with you guys for a second. So we prepared ourselves for a real talk. And he said, in Gaza we can take care of ourselves. We don't need your blankets. We don't need your food. We don't need your water. But what we need is for you to work in America. We need you to prevent your government from supporting another massacre of our people once again. And I swear to you, and God is my witness, that trip changed my life. Because when I came back, I made it a duty upon myself to work and serve this cause and serve my people. We're not only talking about humanitarian relief here, we're not talking about a cessation of fire here. We're talking about an end to the full blockade of Gaza, the full siege of Gaza. We're talking about a full and complete end to the occupation. This is the work that we do at American Muslims for Palestine. And this is why I'm so happy that all of you came today. Because we want to translate this mobilization into effective political force. There is a reason why 10 members of Congress stood on the House floor and made the statements that they made in support of the Palestinian people. There's a reason for that. This didn't come out of the blue. This didn't just come from their own conscience. No, this came because of you. This came because of the grassroots mobilization and the work that you've been doing for the past 30 years in this country. And the tide is turning. And the time is ripe. So that when we chant free, free Palestine, and they chant what? Death to the Arabs. That's what they chant. That shows you the stark difference in what we're demanding and what they're demanding. They're demanding a full ethnic cleansing and genocide of our people. And we're demanding freedom and justice for all. There will be a day, my dear brothers and sisters, and mark my word, there will be a day where the Palestinian resistance will be memorialized in these streets of Washington, D.C. There will be speeches made at the United Nations and in Congress, remembering the heroism of the Palestinian people. Because our sacrifices do not go in vain. And we will make sure they do not go in vain. So stay up and stand up with me and say it together loud and clear. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Thank you very much. Make sure you follow AM Palestine at AM Palestine. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tahir. If you're one of our volunteers, if you guys could go over to that corner where that big tree is, I appreciate you greatly. Anybody who came over to me earlier after my announcement, if you could go over there. And I'm gonna hand this off to our next chant leader. Free Palestine! From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Free, free
died.
Children and families died.
Israel is an apartheid.
Israel is an apartheid.
Children and families died.
Children and families died.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Israel has got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Israel has got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Israel has got to go. Hey, hey,
Ho, ho, Israel has got to go.
hey, hey, ho, ho, Israel has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Israel has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Israel has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Israel has got to go.
Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
I need everyone on that end of the street to make sure they can hear you inside. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more!
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state!
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 Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
End the siege on Gaza now!
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 Save, save Sheikh Jarrah!
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 Settler, settler, go back home!
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 Sheikh Jarrah is ours alone!
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 Palestine is ours alone!
Palestine is ours alone!
Palestine is ours alone!
Palestine is ours alone!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
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 No more money for Israel's crime!
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 Stealing land is a 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 crime!
Give us back Palestine!
Give us back Palestine!
Give us back Palestine!
Give us back Palestine!
Stealing land is a crime!
Stealing land is a crime!
Give us back Palestine!
Give us back Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
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 Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Sheikh Jarrah 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 will be free!
Gaza 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 will be free!
End the siege on Gaza now!
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 Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry!
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 Palestine will never die!
Palestine will never die!
Gaza, Gaza, don't you fear!
Gaza, Gaza, don't you fear!
We are here, we are here!
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 Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
In our thousands, in our millions!
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 We are all Palestinian!
We are all Palestinian!
We are all Palestinian!
We are all Palestinian!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
1, 2, 3, 4!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more!
5, 6, 7, 8!
5, 6, 7, 8!
Israel is a terrorist state!
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 I want to take Sam, who's going to read a short poem for us. She's a community organizer and poet here in DC.
It's so wonderful to see the solidarity with all of you today. As you know, we commemorated the Nakba, the beginning of the Nakba in the 73rd year after the beginning of the Nakba in 1948. So this poem is dedicated to all of us, all of our parents, all of our grandparents and great-grandparents who were dislocated at that time and continue to be dislocated, dispossessed, exposed.
I wasn't under the impression it was actually just the speakers.
This poem is titled Colors for the Diaspora. Blue-green, watery globe, tugging to a red core. We are a distant comet, white cloud of unburnished rocks, frisking the heavens for an arc to earth, sea, home. Green-brown Palestine, cactus fruit and wild thyme, olive orchards, cypress trees. We travel on your mountaintops, tethered by voices from suitcases and the yaw of blackened keys. Blue-black night, silver stars of ancestors traveling a displaced orbit around a lost sun, repeating, when will we see the colors of our land? When will we land? Thank you.
Thank you, Zainab. Next up we have Janan from ADC and also a spoken word artist. Take it away, Janan.
She wears her curves like a lady of mystery, her dark lines bending with the weight of her pain, sharpening over time, heavy with despair. Over the years, her shape has shifted from a beautiful diamond into fragmented pieces, scattered, shattered. Her light has dimmed. It flickers with the pain of years past, the yellow light from within slowly burning out until it flickers no more, just darkness. Enveloping the night, a darkness so deep it stings, creating a cocoon of hopelessness. Her shallow breath, a melody of sorrow. I close my eyes and count the beats. 1, 2, 3, and on until I too am breathless. This ache in my heart burns with the fear of not knowing if I will be there the day she takes her last breath. If there is anything I will have done to help her breathe again. I catch my breath as I hear a sound. She steps lightly. Out of the darkness, a shadow silhouetted by the aura of promise. With every step, a new branch has sprung. I squint my eyes, sharpening the image. The branches have blossomed into the fruit of my people. Olive trees abound as she approaches me. She extends one delicate branch. As I extend my hand to her, watching her, our eyes locked. It touches my hand, I am shocked. By the feeling of cold metal, I break my gaze and look down to see it is not an olive branch, but a rifle, heavy and imposing. I look into her eyes and see a fiery resistance flames burning within her white-hot scalding. She is angry, fueled by the years of oppression, filled with the rage of millions of people, forced to flee and to fight. Her rage begins to consume me as I start to feel the fire. I am reminded of my life and my purpose, living in the diaspora so far from her. She blames me. I feel the weight of that blame on my chest and realize I have been holding my breath, waiting for her to speak. What can I do? What have I done? Please forgive me. I have done my best to make you proud. She opens her mouth to speak. Faint with hope. She whispers to me, I am proud of you. I close my eyes in relief, and when I open them again, she is gone. My land, my home, Palestine. I have not forsaken you. You are my compass, my North Star. You guide me to fight for you and give my life purpose. In the deepest, darkest parts of me, I am you. You are me. Together we will set you free. 73 years, and we're still here. Thank you.
To honor all of our brothers and sisters who have fallen during the most recent bombardment on our people.
Every single one of our beloved family members and people in Gaza means something. Say the names of every martyr thus far.
That's the killer, the names!
The first name, and I'm going to pass it to my brother Zaid, who we're going to be saying the names together. Yusuf Mansi.
Ahmed Al-Mansi.
Yasmin Muhammad Hassan.
Ahmed Salah.
Maha Muhammad Al-Hadidi.
Muhammad Ibrahim Muhammad Amin.
Manar Khadr Ahmed Isa.
Faiza Ahmed Muhammad Salami.
Mustafa Hassan Ahmed Al-Abid.
Rabia Hassan Muhammad Al-Ta'ar.
Wala Muhammad Ibrahim Amin.
وردة محمد إبراهيم أمين. هديل محمد إبراهيم أمين.
Suhad Yusuf Muhammad Al-Rantisi. Shaima Diab Muhammad Al-Rantisi. Ra'id Ibrahim Khamis Al-Rantisi.
خلود فؤاد فرحان الزملي. مؤيد تيسير عبد الرحمن الخطيب. عبد الرحمن أسبيث خلف عزام. صابرين ناصر. محمد أبو دية. حاشم محمد الزغبي. نعيمة صالح سلامة عايش.
نسرين ناصر محمد أبو قليق، صهيب عبد الرحيم أيوب غانم، إسماعيل جمال الطوبسي، مالك مصباح أسعد حمدان، عصام وائل عسايرة، نضال صايل مصطفى الصفدي.
عيسى إبراهيم، محمد عادل شكير، شريف خالد سلمان، عواد أحمد حرب، محمد روحي حامد، موسى غلب مادي، سكار عبد المجيد الحياء، حسام بكر الحياء، يوسف مهدي محمود نواصرة،
محمد عمر النجار، ليالي تاها عباس شرير، نضال حبيب إسماعيل حنا، ظافر مرين ظافر الشوق، جمعة عبد الله الطهلح، راحب محمد خلف الحروب، أحمد محمد عطا، علي الله مصري، محمد عبد الله فياد، محمد علي، محمد نصير، إبراهيم أحمد طلال الشمعاري،
صابر إبراهيم محمود سليمان، بشير محمد علوش، عصمت شعبان عبد الله الزيد، نبيل نعمان محمد دردونة، رائد العبد زكي أبو وردة، سليمان محمد الفرة، موسى خميس موسى الزيد، كمال تيسير قراقع، محمد يحيى محمد أبو العطا، سميح فهيم هاشم المملوك، أميرة عبد الفتاح صباح، موسى حسونة، إياد فتحي فايق شرير،
عبد الرحمن يوسف علي صباح، منطر عبد الكريم محمد بركة، منار عبد الكريم محمد بركة، محمد عبد الرؤوف حلاس، ريما سعيد كمال سعيد، حسن محمد حسن الكهواجي، وائل الكريم علي عيسى، أحمد عبد الفتاح دراغمة، حسين عطية الطيطاس، محمود جميل خلوسي،
سعيد حاشم الحطو، ميامي عبد الله عرافة، هديل خلود عرافة، محمود أحمد أبو عامر، منصور يوسف حسن الدريملة، مصطفى مازن سالم كردية، نادر محمد نبيع الغزلي، عبد السلام محمود نبيع الغزلي، ماجد ربيح محمود أبو سعدة، عواد نبيل محمد أبو سلمية،
باسم عبد الكريم علي عيسى، جمال محمد سعيد الزبدي، حمزة محمود الهوار، محمد معن القراعي، محمد عبد المنعم شاهين، ميسون زكي هاشم الحطو، أحمد وليد الطلاع، محمد أحمد أبو أمسي، وليد موسى خالد الشملي، حامد إياد منصور الدبري، نائل خالد يونس البراوي، عاطف عبد الرحمن جمعة البراوي،
طلعات جميل محمود وراش آغا، سامي سعيد محمد رضوان، أحمد إبراهيم أبو سكران، محمد ناحد جبير أبو سكران، حجار علي عبد الرزاق المدهون، عبد الرحيم محمد عبد الله المدهون، أسامة جمال الزبدة، خالد عماد القنوع، أكرام محمد عبد العال الأطار،
حليمة علي محمد المدحون، عز الدين محمد عبد الله خلاص، محمد سعيد محمد عطا، عبد العزيز عبد الحميد، أبو طاعيمة، مجاهد ماجد يوسف الحديدي، حازم مصبح إبراهيم الخطيب، مصطفى محمد، سليمان فرحات، محمود محمد جميل فارس.
And now the names of the children. لينا إياد فتحي شرير، جور الزملي، أحمد رامي محمود الحواجري، محمود حامد حسن طلبة، إبراهيم محمد إبراهيم الرنتيسي، لينا محمد محمود عيسى، يامن علاء أبو حطاب، بلال علاء أبو حطاب، يوسف علاء أبو حطاب، عبد الرحمن محمد الحديدي.
Sit down, everyone, sit down, everyone, sit down! Sit down, everyone! Those are our kids!
سحيب محمد الحديدي، محمد صبر إبراهيم سلمان، مصطفى محمد محمود عبيد، براء وسام أحمد الغرابيل، رحاف محمد عطا الله المصري، يزن سلطان محمد المصري، حسين منير حسين حامد، محمد عطلة المصري، إبراهيم يوسف عطلة المصري، مروان يوسف عطلة المصري.
إبراهيم عبد الله، محمد حسنين، لينا إياد فتحي شريف، زياد محمد عودة طلباني، هالة حسين رفعت ريفي، مريم طلباني، بشار أحمد إبراهيم صمور، حمزة محمود ياسين علي، حمادة عطية عبد العمور، عمار تيسير، محمد العمور، ليان منير إبراهيم العمور،
يحيى مازن شحادة خليفة، محمد التناني، أطهم التناني، أمير التناني، إسماعيل التناني،
محمد زيان العطار، إسلام زيان العطار، أمير زيان العطار، إبراهيم الزنتيسي، عور الزميلي،
زكريا علوش، رشيد أبو عرة، سعيد يوسف محمد عودة، زيف فاضل محمد قيسية، رشيد محمد أبو عرة.
But the list that we just read to you is not even the full list. This only has 155 names on it.
لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله.
There are 221 people who have been martyred. 21 members of the Al-Qawlaq family was murdered yesterday in the neighborhood of Al-Rimal in Gaza. I want to take the chance to actually recite Surah Al-Fatiha, the opening chapter of the Quran, for all of our martyrs. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
تكبير! 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 Free, free Palestine! 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 From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free!
Mic check, ladies and gentlemen. We have one more prayer that our sister Zainab will make.
مع القديسين أرح يا رب نفس عبدك حيث لا وجع ولا حزن ولا تنهد بل حياة أبدية.
شكرا زينة، الله يرحمهم، الله يحييكم، الله يقوينا كلنا. Our struggle ahead is long. This is not to 3 to 5 business days. This is not a news cycle. We need endurance. We need to continue this process. As horrible media asks us, can you explain how it got here this week? How do you begin to explain to them that since 1917, Palestinians have said Zionism is not a solution? Zionism is not an answer. You are welcome here as our guests. You are welcome here as immigrants. You are welcome here in Palestine. You are not welcome here as our masters. You are not welcome here as our sovereign. We belong to this land. We continue to struggle. 1921, 1922, 1929. Revolt, revolt, revolt. 1936. That was our first Palestinian intifada. That was our first boycott, when we boycotted British taxes, because this, Israel, is an imperial child, not a child of humanity, a child of imperialism. We revolted until 1939. We revolted in 1947. We revolted in 1968 at the Battle of Karame when Palestinians took the mantle and said, this is not an Arab nationalist movement, this is a Palestinian struggle for liberation. We went to the UN, 1975. Zionism is a form of racism and racial discrimination. We continued 1982, 1987, 1993, 2000 to 2005 in our second intifada. You want to know how we got here today? 100 years of struggle, of relentless protest. We are fighting for a decolonial future. As Muhammad Abu Kurd said, they chant death to Arabs. We chant we want freedom. They think we can't belong if they exist. We say you can stay if we exist. You can stay, just not as our masters. That is the beauty of Palestinian struggle. We are fighting for humanity. We are fighting for humanity. Free, free Palestine! 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 بالروح بالدم نفديك يا فلسطين! 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 بالروح بالدم نفديك يا فلسطين!
So I'm going to do a chant that is in honor of all the indigenous people that have gotten their land stolen from them. If you don't already know, we are currently occupying Piscataway land of the Native Americans of this country. So we are going to fight for the Palestinian people because what happened to the Native Americans, we are watching that shit in real time right now. Duty to fight and protect every single one of our Palestinian siblings, our brothers and sisters in this revolution. And this chant is only 2 words, but I promise you, when I did it with the indigenous people, the indigenous organizations that came down here to do their protest, I promise you it's so powerful. So when I say land, y'all are gonna say back. And I'm gonna keep saying land, and y'all are gonna keep saying back, because we are not gonna stop fucking fighting until every single Palestinian gets to return back to their sovereign land. Land! 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 What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? If we don't get it, if we don't get it, if we don't get it, shut it down. I said if we don't get it, shut it down. I said if we don't get it, shut it down. Palestine will return.
Give us back Palestine! occupation's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The occupation's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The occupation's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho.
The occupation has to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. The occupation has to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. The occupation has to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. The occupation has to go.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
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 No more money for Israel's crime.
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 Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
From the river to the sea.
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 Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Biden, Biden, you will see.
Biden, Biden, you will see.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Netanyahu, you will see.
Netanyahu, you will see.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
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 No more money for Israel's crime.
No more money for Israel's crime.
إسلام ومسيحية.
إسلام ومسيحية.
إسلام ومسيحية.
إسلام ومسيحية.
أمة واحدة عربية.
أمة واحدة عربية.
أمة واحدة عربية.
أمة واحدة عربية.
فلسطين عربية.
فلسطين عربية.
فلسطين عربية.
فلسطين عربية.
من المية للمية.
من المية للمية.
حرية، حرية. حرية، حرية. فلسطين حرية.
فلسطين حرية.
حرية، فلسطين حرية.
فلسطين حرية.
وشيخ جراح حرية.
شيخ جراح حرية.
وغزة حرية.
غزة حرية.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. I want you.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
I know everybody here is feeling what I'm feeling. Every time I hear the names be called, I can't help but cry because those are futures lost. Those are dreams and goals and people who can change the world lost. I need everybody to know this is not a Muslim issue only. This is not a Muslim issue. This is not an Arab issue only. This is human rights. This is damn human rights. There are Christian Palestinians that are dying. This not only Muslim Palestinians. I need you to remember that, and I need you to remember that after today, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do after today? Are you gonna go home and just post on Instagram and leave the movement? Are you gonna organize? Are you gonna join PYM? Are you gonna join Palestinian movements? Are you gonna ally with our black brothers and sisters? Are you going to ally and form solidarity?
We will not be silent.
We will never be silenced. And I want every single one of you to repeat what I'm about to say. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
One
we do. I'm Palestinian and Syrian, so you could just call me a full rebel at blood. I can fight in both hands. I'ma tell you, hearing the chants that we used in Syria now being used in Palestine makes my heart drop. It makes my heart drop. So at our protests here in the US, we do something where I think I did this last time with y'all. We're gonna get down. You're gonna get a little low. For those of you who can. I know a lot of people, older people, a lot of people have a little bit, a lot of people have muscle issues. I understand back pains. But I want to see all of you who can. I know there's a lot of youth here.
%44% of Gaza are children.
When I'm gonna go ahead and do 4 to 5 times of the people united will never be defeated. It's gonna start quiet, okay? So it's the people united will never be defeated, the people united will never be defeated, 3, 4, and on the 5th one, I want every single one of you to jump. I see you guys in Depka lines. I know you guys can jump. I know you can be so damn loud. I want us to shake this damn city. I want every single one of you to shake this damn city. So we're gonna go ahead. The people united will never be defeated. 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 What the people united will never be defeated. 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 Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Save Gaza. Save Gaza. Save Gaza. Save Gaza. I want everybody here to remember to look at the Palestinian youth movement when you go home. I want every single one of you to go on your phones and I want you to follow that page. I want you to make a difference. I see so many young faces in the crowd, but where are you guys when we're organizing? That's where the real work is done. They don't want to see this. What do we want? Justice!
No, I don't think they heard you. I need you guys to be really loud, okay? This day, we are here, we are filled with rage. We are upset. Our tax money is going to this Israeli government that is killing our people, okay? That pisses me off. I don't pay taxes for this, so I want to hear you. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Occupation no more. Occupation no more. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Israel is an apartheid state. Israel is an apartheid state. Israel is a racist state. Israel is a racist state. Israel is a fascist state. Israel is a fascist state. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. The occupation now.
This is how Israel imprisoned us in prisons of isolation. Some of us caged in the Oslo prison in the West Bank. Some of us in the citizen prison in the part of Palestine occupied in 1948. Some of us isolated by the monstrous siege and ongoing devastating assault on the Gaza prison. Some of us isolated under the systemic Judaization campaigns of the Jerusalem prison, and some of us isolated from Palestine.
Just want to thank you all one last time for coming out, and I do want to announce the organizing body behind this, which was a tremendous 48 turnaround effort from literally 40, 50 organizers in DC from a bunch of different organizations. This was truly a labor of love from the community. like, you know, some of our de-escalators may be going home, so just so that you have that information and do with that what you want. There should be still water and like some snacks over at the table. Like, you know, go towards Secret Service, you'll probably find it. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Obviously, you're welcome to stay and chant. I'm not going to stop you. I just wanted to let you know that.